has changed since I started? Well, everything has changed since I started, obviously, because teaching is a river you can never step into twice, of course. But if I had to try and think about one thing and that I could talk about, it would be, I think, an increasing willingness to embrace struggle. I think that would be it, or at least to encounter it in a cool kind of way. So when I started out teaching, and I think lots of teachers will agree, I was really concerned with establishing my authority, maintaining my authority, and that meant being in control in the classroom. But I've come to understand over the years, usually by failing miserably, but also by looking and watching other great teachers teach and reading a lot of literature and so on, that the best learning happens when when the students are driving it themselves, right? When they have ownership of that experience. And that can be pretty scary because it means I have to give up my control, that nice comfortable space. And students have to learn how to learn, and they have to learn how to accept that responsibility. And in a practical sense, that can look pretty chaotic and yeah, pretty nerve-wracking at a lot of times. But when it works, it's awesome. It's amazing. And so I've come to really reconstrue my understanding of what my job is, right? So I'm not there to impart my genius, considerable as it may be, no, but actually to create safe spaces for students to engage with struggle. And so if they can leave the room understanding that struggle is part of the process and not a sign of its failure, then I think I've done my job. And I'm going to leave you with a quotation from a student of mine who I think summed it all up perfectly. He said, after one of these student-driven experiences, he said, "At first it felt like you were shoving us out of the nest, but then we discovered by some miracle that we have wings."